How humans really perceive people. 1. Appearance matters. The first thing people notice about you is your appearance. This doesn't mean you need expensive clothes or luxury items. Your grooming, cleanliness, posture, and overall presentation send signals about who you are. Since the brain is always looking for shortcuts, it uses these visual cues to make quick assumptions about a person's confidence, discipline, and trustworthiness. Imagine two candidates walking into the same job interview. One arrives looking neat, organized, and confident, while the other appears careless and unprepared. Before either of them says a single word, the interviewer has already begun forming an opinion. 2. Body language speaks before you do. A large part of communication happens without words. Your facial expressions, posture, eye contact, and gestures tell people how you feel and how they should respond to you. People often trust body language more than spoken words because it seems more genuine. Think about meeting someone for the first time. One person greets you with a smile, maintains eye contact, and stands confidently. Another avoids eye contact, folds their arms, and barely acknowledges your presence. Most people will naturally feel more comfortable around the first person. 3. The halo effect. The halo effect is a psychological phenomenon where one positive trait influences how people view everything else about a person. When someone appears attractive, confident, or successful, others often assume they are also intelligent, trustworthy, and capable, even without evidence. This happens all the time with celebrities and public figures. Many people assume a successful actor or influencer must also be knowledgeable in unrelated areas simply because they admire one aspect of that person's life. 4. People look for similarities. Humans naturally connect with people who remind them of themselves. Shared interests, experiences, beliefs, and backgrounds create a sense of familiarity and comfort. Our brains often interpret similarity as a sign of safety and belonging. That's why a student who loves football may quickly become friends with other football fans, while gamers often connect easily with fellow gamers. The shared interest creates an instant bond. 5. Your voice influences perception. The way you speak affects how others perceive you. Factors such as tone, pace, clarity, and confidence can influence whether people see you as trustworthy, intelligent, or competent. Sometimes people judge the delivery of a message before they judge the message itself. A teacher who speaks clearly and confidently is often viewed as more knowledgeable than someone who constantly hesitates or sounds unsure, even when both teachers know the same amount about the subject. 6. First impressions are powerful. Research shows that people often form impressions within seconds of meeting someone. Once these impressions are created, they can be difficult to change because people tend to look for evidence that supports what they already believe. A business owner meeting a potential client may have only a brief moment to establish trust. If that first interaction goes well, the client may be more willing to continue the relationship. If it goes badly, winning back that trust can be difficult. 7. Perception isn't always reality. Although our brains make quick judgments, those judgments are not always accurate. People can be misunderstood because of stereotypes, rumors, appearances, or first impressions. True character and ability usually become clear only after time and experience. Many successful people were underestimated early in life. Albert Einstein was not seen as a future genius by everyone around him, yet he later became one of the most influential scientists in history. His story reminds us that first impressions can be wrong. The way people perceive you is influenced by your appearance, body language, voice, and behavior. However, perception is only the beginning of the story. While first impressions may open or close doors, your actions over time reveal who you truly are. The best strategy isn't trying to impress everyone, it's becoming the kind of person whose character speaks louder than any first impression. So,